Hey guys, today we are talking about Progressive Programming's July monthly preview. Now, real quick, before we go into July, let's talk a little bit about our last training phase. So we just came out of our foundation cycle. So from the last 3 months, essentially, every training phase consisted of 3 months or 12 weeks. And each training phase is consisted of 3 different microcycles, or every month. So every month we basically have a different progression that we're working to improve, to use as a building block for the months to come. Now we are in the middle, or starting our new training phase in July. This training phase is called the Technical Strength Building. Now what we're doing out of our last month, we tested our hang squat clean, we tested our jerk, and we went through some kettlebell skills working on the snatch. Now, going into this new training phase, we're going to take some of the data that we completed from our last month and we're going to combine it. So the foundation phase of the last few months, we're really working on balance, just general strength within the squatting patterns, how to pull. We had started out with some deadlifts, so how to pick up some heavy weight. Going into this new training phase, this is where we're going to start getting a little bit more technical. So more weightlifting, OLE weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting. So July, we're going to be going into our squat clean and jerk lift. That's our primary strength. Now, using the data that we collected from our previous month, the hang squat clean and then the jerk, we're going to combine that stuff and use that as a little bit of a reference point going into our next cycle. Now, the big difference between this cycle with the clean and jerk is we are going to be working a little bit from the hang, but we are going to work on a big emphasis on the pull. So week 1, we're going to work with the tempo pull just to kind of spend some more time in practicing how to pick the bar up off the ground and how it's going to translate into our actual clean. And then going forward, we're going to continue on with a pull, not so much of a tempo, but just as a rehearsal. So when we go into the actual clean and jerk, we've got some more time, more practice under our belt of how we want to work on the patient pull, the timing, the execution. Now, going into our secondary strength, last month of June, we worked on our kettlebell snatch and overhead squat with a single arm. So what we're going to do this month is we're going to start out our focus on the hang power snatch plus an overhead squat. Now, the goal or the theme of this month of July is strength and position. And you'll notice that when we get into some of our tempo positions with the pulls on the cleans, but also the power clean, the hang power clean into the overhead squat. This is going to be considered a complex, and the goal is to spend more time under tension in practicing these positions before combining them all together for the full squat snatch. So the hang power snatch, essentially we're going to be working from the top, working our way down, but the end goal is a hang squat snatch 1 rep max at the end of the month, or 2 rep max at the end of the month. So when we get into this, the big thing I really want to emphasize, and we talk about this in our daily videos, is to work on receiving the bar and then traveling into the squat. So that way we can build up some more consistency of how we're receiving the bar, so that way we can flow flawlessly into the full squat snatch. Now, for our skill for this month, we're going to go into a little bit more of a gymnastics bodyweight movement pattern, the strict chin-up and ring dips. Now, the ring dips do not necessarily have to be strict, but the big thing is the chin-ups, we're really working on developing that pull from a dead hang. Now, this is, once again, strength and position, so we're working on these patterns so we can translate that into a ring muscle up going into August. Okay, so that's going to be our skilled strength month. So for strength and position for July, we've got our squat, clean, and jerk test at the end of the month. We are going to test a hang squat snatch for 2 as a reference point for our upcoming month, which is going to be our primary strength. And then the skill, strict chin-ups into ring dips. Really important that we maintain full range of motion and developing strength through that full range of motion on the chin-ups. Along with the ring dips. If we don't have ring dips available, then we can work with bar dips or bench dips as an option just to kind of work on that movement pattern. Now, going further into the workout or the week, we've got some other notable workouts. We are going to be going into 4th of July, so we have a 1776 workout. It's 7 rounds every 4th minute, 4 rounds every 7th minute, and we're going to be going through a series of different workout or movement patterns. We got rope climbs, some pistols in there. It's going to be a fun little workout, and 4th of July does fall on a Sunday, so if we are hanging out at the gym on Sunday, enjoy the workout. Otherwise, we've got the Open 11.3. This is probably one of my favorite benchmark or CrossFit Open throwback workouts. This is going to go back into 2011, week 3, where we went into 5-minute AMRAP of squat clean and jerks. Remember, it is an AMRAP of a squat clean and jerk, so we want to be able to use the technique that we've built up with over this next month and last month also to establish or to work up to a max effort sets of this. Now, with this particular workout, 11.3, if we have a hard time keeping the squat, clean, and jerk, don't worry about the RX pattern. Let's lower the load a little bit so we can get a good stimulus out of it, okay? So that is it for this month going into our new mesocycle technical building. Have fun.